And we're back. The return of Marvel Legends. Marvel's Madams. And the reason why it says Marvel's Madams versus Madam Masque is because there's a running change. There's two characters on the picture here, which is showing Madam Hydra. So she's a running change with the other piece. And this is the variant piece to Arnim Zola's chest featuring Red Skull. So this is the regular version, I guess. I don't know if I'd call it a variant. I think it's more of a running change. Hopefully they do them 50-50 and it doesn't become a difficult variant to pick up. Here's the back of the package. Tales of Arnim Zola 6 of 6. Marvel's Madames. Beware, fear, terror, and violence are the calling cards of these villainous vixens. And yes, we will see if they're vixens indeed. This figure so far looks good. Let's check out the artwork up here by Ed McGuinness. Females. He does good on the female bodies. I'm not too fond of the faces, but you already know how I feel about that. Anyways, here is the package. Let's get this sucker open. Alright, here we go. Dun dun dun. Oh, looks like Baron Strucker. Tales of Arnim Zola 6 of 6. And yeah, Baron Strucker. Alright, cool. So I guess this little tidbit features Baron Strucker, some kind of entanglement he has with Arnim Zola and Madam Masque or Madam Hydra, one of the two. I'm assuming that they both have the same pieces. Also, once again, guys, don't forget, read them in order. This is 6 of 6, so you want to read the ones beforehand. Alright, here is the torso to Arnim Zola, and we'll get into this a little bit later. But before we do, I want to go ahead and show the bottom of this. Looks like the peg holes are actually the same. Unlike Terax, where the peg holes were different, both of these are the same. So don't screw up on the legs. Put them in the right way. Anyways, this is the piece. Doesn't come off. It's not removable. So you need the other torso. Anyways, let's get out of here and move on to the figure. Madam Masque. Good looking figure. You know, I like the Shield Agent body. I'm not going to complain about it. I do hope that they add ankle rockers to this figure, or again ankle pivots. They call it at Hasbro. They call it ankle rockers. I call it pivot. The head sculpt. Now, it's something about their females. They do a good job on their females. This Madam Masque came out right on the money. I love the hair. It's a soft, rubbery hair. It's not hard like Sharon Carter was, and you know, you could actually pop it off. See, so this is cool because this body you can actually use for Sharon Carter. She uses a white outfit. Anyways, check it out. The sculpt here. They sculpted the rivets of the mask, which is really cool, all the way down to the bottom as well. Personally, me, I love the way this head sculpt came out. It's accurate. It's on the money. The hair's right. No complaints. You know, I mean, they didn't have to put any makeup on her. She's wearing a gold mask, and the mask is a little shiny. It's got like that sparkly gold look to it, so pretty cool. Also, you can see right here, right in the middle of the chest, there's actually a blue overspray. Same thing on the gloves, so it's not just a plain white. It's got that like light blue overspray on it, which is really cool. And the same deal on the legs, down on the lower half of the legs, really cool. You know, little things like that. You know, when they go out of their way and do that, that's the kind of stuff that, you know, they get praised for. So I hope they continue doing that. This body does still need some modifications. I really don't like the way that torso flex, or whatever you want to call it, upstairs works. Hopefully they modify the hips later, and like I said, everything else. Now, that's another problem here. This is on a ball joint, so you can't push the head down or up, but it can move to the side. And once again, because the hair is rubber, it has no problems looking to the side, but you're not going to look up, you're not going to look down. It's not going to happen. So that's another issue I have with the figure. Here we have the shoulder ball joints. They work good. No complaints. Here is the elbow. We call them elbows. It folds enough. And we actually have a forearm swivel, which is pretty cool. Now the hands don't have the I guess the swivel and the peg the peg swivel and the twist. So that kind of sucks because, I mean, it's less. I mean, I'll show you guys in a little bit, especially when you're holding a gun. Here's the torso flex, up and down, right? Doesn't move for shit. That kind of sucks, man. See that? We still got to twist the ball joint, right? The half ball joint to twist and move the leg up. So as long as the articulation works, I'm fine. Double jointed knees, right? And then we've got the, I guess the normal articulation, the foot point up and down. Overall, the figure's okay. You know, it's a female. You know, it's all right, I guess. I mean, I like this mold, like I said, but it's got a lot of articulation problems. So, you know, I won't be doing a whole lot of ACBA with her, which kind of sucks. But anyways, let's move on to the gun. We got her, looks like a Ruger here. Straight gold to match the Masque, and it does match the Masque. So, I believe it's the same gun as a Shield Agent gun, just painted, and fits great right into the holster, and sticks out just a tad bit at the bottom. Cool touch, I like it. You know, I like the fact that they took the time to match the gun to her Masque. Really cool, right? Let's move on here. Here's the other gun, the AK-47 that comes here. I believe it's an AK-47. I don't know. Looks like an AK-47 with a scope and fucking grenade launcher or what? Looks like it. Anyways, that was painted an off-white, so it's not quite the same as the rest of our AK-47s that have come with our other figures. So you know which gun belongs to her and which guns belong to your other characters. Here's the gun going in her hand, right? Now, here's the issue. See how the gun is not quite straight? So you gotta play with it. And it does not fit at all in her other hand. At all. So she can't hold the gun. Falls right out. This gun here, let's pull it out. Come on. Doesn't fit either. See that? Falls right out. And then now in her left hand, you got to get the trigger finger right on there, right? Put it in her hand. Now, if you put the trigger finger all the way in, look, she doesn't hold it quite straight. It's crooked, right? So you got to kind of pull it away from her hand a little bit. And it's all because we didn't get that wrist joint. So we can't move the wrist around. So we got to pull the gun to the tip of her finger, right? And point it straight. Here is a size comparison with a Shield Agent. As you can see, they're pretty much roughly the same size. It almost looks like she's a tad bit shorter, but it's actually because she is a female mold, so she's a lot tinier. Am I okay with the size? Yeah, you know, it doesn't really bother me. The size doesn't bother me of the female Shield Agent. It's mostly the articulation. So if they fix that problem, I'm okay with this mold, like I said. Hey, I rarely ask this, but I do read all your guys' comments, although I can't answer them all the time. Please tell me how you feel about the Shield Agent body. Honestly, your guys' honest opinion. Leave it on the bottom. I want to read it. I want to see how most of you guys feel about it, if you have the same feeling or not. Overall, it's a pretty decent figure, and I don't know if these female characters do a lot of running and jumping anyways. I hardly see them in the comics nowadays. So lay it on the comments, guys. Anyways, Marvel's Masque in Walmart. Now, go get you some later.